already, read the question. Read the question, pick up important parts because there's a lot of stuff in it. Okay, if you haven't already, read this question. I'll give you a minute or so to read it. Pick out the good parts, get a gist of what we're doing. Is more is better or is less is better? That's the thing. What's our mean standard deviation? What the question asking? Okay. So, is more numbers better or is more numbers worse on this guy? Right? It's sit-ups. So testing on sit-ups, I want to do as many as possible, right? Just like us, when we take a test, you want to get as high a percent in. Right? So what they want to know is who, like if I'm a student in this classroom, in this PE class, what do I got to be considered super? How many sit-ups do I have to do to consider super? How many do I have to do to be considered good? How many do I have to be to considered moderate, to consider moderate? And if I don't want to be in the challenge group, what's the lowest? What's the cutoff? What are the cutoffs? That's what I need to figure out. What cutoffs here? So super the top 12%. The 12% of all students. Okay. Good is the next 8. The next one is moderate and then challenge, right? Okay. So in other words, where's the top going to be? What? So let me draw a picture. Let me draw so make a little more sense. Nope. Where is the top going? Supergroup, or sorry, supergroup. The supergroup going to be all the way to the right, right? All the way to the right. What percent of them are going to be in 12%? Okay, so we'll say it's 12%. So how do I write that? How do I write that here? Close. There you go. 0.1200. Good. That's the super. Okay. Next. Who's next? The good group. The group. So the good group is, let's say right here. What percent is in the pink purple? 28%. So how do I write 28%? Okay. The next 40%, the biggest chunk, is the merit group. What percent in there? And then the last group, not the smallest group, the last group over here is considered the challenge. That's the bottom 20%, right? Altogether, they add up to 2%. Check it if you want 100%. This is what the question's asking. Give me this, give me this, give me that. That's what I know. Where the point at which I'm a student, I go from good to super, from moderate to good, or from challenged to moderate? Where are those numbers there? That's what the question is asking. That essentially is what the question is asking. Also have this, right? What I have, I skipped it, but I need to come back to it. The standard deviation. Okay. So what I do is, let me see. I've written this line there. Fix this. Okay. Because it makes it like it's in the middle, but it's not in the middle. Okay. And then this guy right here. Okay. Okay. That's a little more to scale. Perfect. But it's a little scale. Okay. Well, that's one thing, right? I skipped one thing. I didn't put the mean is 36.5. That's what the mean is. Let me move these guys out of here. How do I do this? How do I solve? You actually have enough information how to do it. Maybe you might even be doing it right now. How do I do this? Where do I start? So let's put it this way. Where should I start with? Where should I start with? Well, pick a color. I would choose the brown orange color. I would choose that color. Why would I choose this color over here? I agree. I would choose that color too. That's probably the easiest to start. Why? Because my table starts on the left, right? And I want to use my table. So I'm going to start here on the very left I can go. Right? I'm not going to start over here because my table doesn't start on the right. It starts from the left. So find this guy. Find it right now. That's what I want you to do. Find that first. You have a mean of 36.5. You have a standard deviation of 8.7. What is that guy going to be? Mm-hmm. Okay. 0.20000. Okay. I want you to try this on your own. Try this on your own. If you get it wrong today, it's not that big of a deal because we're just doing practice. But if you don't practice on your own, whether you get it right or get it wrong, on test day, you're never going to be able to do it. Okay. You have to try it on your own. So if you're just sitting there waiting for me to do it, you'll get the right answer, but it's not important today. It's important next week when we take the test. Okay. Because these are the types of free response questions you're going to get. This is actually a free response question from a few years ago. I change up the free response questions almost every year. This is one I used about 3 or 4 years ago. I used it for a few years, but then I liked it, so I included it in the notes for practice. Okay. So what z-score goes with 0.2000? Yeah, it's going to be on the negative side. Let's see. Right there. Let's see, negative 0.84. Okay, negative 0.84. Change color. So use your z-score formula, and what do you get? What's the use your z-score formula to solve for x, and you get 29.19. Okay, makes sense. It's to the left of the mean, so it should be lower than the mean. So it looks right, as long it looks right. Okay, always double check yourself to make sure. So now that I got that, which is the next one I should tackle? I got the tan color, brown tan color. I got check. That one's done. Which color should I do next? Which color? Which color should I do next? Blue. Yeah, I'll do the light blue. How do I find the z-score for the light blue? So yeah, so you're gonna look. This is 60, right? You're gonna look up 60 because 60 is this, all of this, right? I can't just do this part here. I can't just take out a chunk here, right? We did this. We did this last week. No, yesterday, the day before, where we did the in between, right? We want in between. I want in between here and here. I just want the blue. I just want the blue. But can I do just the blue? Nope. I can't do just the blue. So what I got, so you're trying to find the area of this piece here, but I can't find that area. I don't have a formula for that area, but I do have a formula for this area. And I do know what this is, right? See, a lot of people, not a lot of people, but some people, what they'll do is they'll go to their tables and look up this number right here and do it that way. That's not going to work because that's somewhere over here, right? To get here, it's 20% plus 40%. That's 60%. Okay. So 60%, what's the z-score for 60%? Positive something. 0.25. Okay. Okay, so you plug that into your z-score formula. What do you get? 38.68. Okay. It says nearest whole number. We'll do that later. Give me the decimal right now. Write the decimal down. When we answer the question, when we interpret the answers, we'll deal with that. So write down the decimal. Okay. The last part is here. So if I'm here, I beat these people, I beat these people, and I beat these people. I beat all three of them. So the percentile is going to be 88 percentile, 88%. So go to your tables and figure out what 88% is. What's the z-score there? So 88%, we get two numbers here and here, right? Like, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, no. Oh, So we have two numbers. They're both the same distance away from 0.88, right? So which one do we use? Either one. If they're both the same distance, you can't go wrong with either one. Now, will some of your answers be different? Yeah. Yeah, some of your answers, if you use this number here, your answer will be a little smaller. And if you use this answer here, some of your answers will be a little bigger. It's okay. Because they're the same distance away. So either of these guys, so you can use 1.18 or 1.17. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're both correct because they're both the same distance away from 0.88. Okay. So I'll just use 1.17. So 1.17, 8.7, x minus 36.5. Same thing, multiply and add. You get 40 something. 7, 8. Okay. Filled in all my blanks, so I'm good now. Calculations are done. Last thing I have to do is interpret it. Okay, so they want to know cutoff points. So 29.19, I got to round that to the nearest whole. So the nearest whole would be what for either of these guys? Okay, so 29. What would be the next one? 39, 47. Yep. So you would say from 0 to 29, you would be considered, I should say push-ups. Is it sit-ups? Sit-ups. Sit-ups. You would be considered in the challenged group. 30 sit-ups to, what is it, 39 sit-ups. You would be in the good group. 30, so 40 sit-ups to 47 sit-ups. You would be in the moderate group. What? 0 to 29, 0 to 30. No, it's fine. And then 47 plus would be super group. So tell me how many sit-ups you did, and I'll tell you what group you're in. So 0 to 29, you're in the challenge group. 30 to 39, you're in the good group. 40 to 47, you're in the moderate group. Anything more than 47, you're in the super group. Mm-hmm. Moderate. Okay. Okay. All right. Like I said, that's an example of what you will see on your FRQ. Okay. To be able to do that in context of the problem, right? Okay. All right. So let me show you. We won't finish this today. We'll finish it tomorrow, but I'm going to let you guys work on this tomorrow. But I want to do A and B. A and B because A and B confuse a lot of students, and it really is probably one of the easiest things to do. but it confuses students. So I want you to look at A and B and look at the question. I'm going to give you about a minute to see if you can figure it out. Because I get a lot of students who hit the wall and they just stop right there. They're like, I can't do it. But then I have some students who actually look at it and think about it for longer than a minute, and they're like, you know what? I think I know what that means. So I'm going to give you some time. So take 30 seconds to a minute, no talking, read the problem, see if you can figure it out. We'll talk in a minute, okay? And then we'll talk about it. I want to give you some time to. What is Z? What is Z? What do you think Z is? Take a wild guess. Z score. Z is a Z score. That's what Z means. Less than. And what do you think this is right here? A Z score. It's a Z score. Why do they use a letter instead of an actual number? Why in math? Why do we use letters? We don't know what it is, right? But we know it's a Z score. There's a number. There's a Z score that is less than this. So let's draw a picture. So where would that Z score, negative 2.46, where would that be on that graph, on that curve right there? So from the center, where? Tell me which way to go, right or left? Left very far. Left pretty far. Left like over here. What would the Z score be in the middle? Yeah, Z score is always 0 here. And what does the symbol say? Tell me what that is. Go to your Z score charts. What was it? 0.006. Done. You don't even have to do any calculations. They do the hard work. They do the Z score for you. They've already told you what the Z score is. They just want the decimal. Okay? So it's even easier than the ones we've been doing. But people see the Z and they see the less than and they freak out. I don't know what to do. Right? They hit the wall. But if you sit and think about it, Z means Z score. What proportion of the Z scores are less than that? Okay? Not very many. Okay? All right, so do B now. Do B. If you haven't already, do B. Earlier the other day, Monday or Tuesday or Friday or Tuesday, I can't remember what day we did it. It's in between, right? So to find in between, we have to take the whole and subtract it from the part that we don't want. That gives us the part, the part that we do want. So the whole starts from here and goes to 2.47 or 6, 2.46. That is, oops, 2.46. I get 0.99331. 9931. That's not the piece I want. That's the whole. That's from the beginning of time to 2.46. That's not what I want, right? I want just the piece. So now what I have to do is I have to find the percentage of this guy right here. So 0.89 is what was it? Say one more time. 8133. Yep. 8133. So this guy right here represents from here to here. This guy right here represents from here to here. Subtract the two, and you got your answer. Point 17998. That is the guy that I want right there. Okay. All right. Okay. So we'll continue on tomorrow. We'll continue on with this tomorrow. I'm going to let you guys practice on your own some of these in class tomorrow. And then Friday we'll review, Monday we'll review, and then so Tuesday, Wednesday, group test, individual test. Okay?